Hi guys. Blue Eyes, Tracy Ann, Zaina, Sag Fairy, User 1987, Freya, Shandy, Mike. Hi guys, how's everybody doing? Still recovering from my I don't know what it is. Queen Tiwanda, Sam, Abundance, QD, just saying hello to everyone. User 4411. I thought I'd come on earlier today just so I can tell you about all the stuff that happened in the Philippines when I was there. Before I know I said I was gonna, hey Fred, I know I said I was gonna come on live at 1:30, but I thought let me come in. Gums Blue, hi hun. I thought let me come on early and tell you like about my travels to the Philippines. Are you feeling better? I feel awful, but I had to come on. I can't sit at home watching Friends anymore. I'm going to go mental. That's what I was doing since the 24th, and as terrible as I feel, I was like, I can't just sit there doing nothing. I have to come on and do something. Hey Miss Russell. Yeah, family's okay. So you know when my mum died, we did the whole on 8th of November, we did the whole funeral, walking behind the hearse, going to the cemetery, doing the ceremony, you know, the whole shebang. Hey Steph. And then the cremation. So I've done the burying of my mother already here in the UK. But what I knew was that before my mum passed away, we planned in 2026. We planned in 2026 to go to the Philippines together, and we were basically going to stay in the Philippines for a year. Nikki, you're on my list. And obviously that didn't happen because my mum died. So I made a promise to my mum's soul that I would take her back to the Philippines. So I left half of her ashes here and I took half of her ashes back home. And there was a lot of people over there that were like, why isn't Anna doing, like cousins that were like, why isn't Anna coming into the church? Why isn't she coming in for the ceremony? And I was basically like, I'd done my burial already. I buried my mum. You know, family, they can be a bit of, be arseholey, you know, you know how it works. Hey, Prosperity Flows. Hey, Gemma. Hey, Ria. So we did that. The first 3 days, as soon as we landed, we had a couple of hours to rest. The next day it was a ceremony. It was the gathering. Philippines, we do karaoke and we gamble. And then what happened was, I had to, in order to bury my mum, my cousin had to buy a plot. So my cousin bought a plot so we could bury my mother next to her mother. Now, I don't think that anyone gave the coordinates of this tiny little this tiny little box that my mother was in. So I kid you not, in 40-degree heat, these poor men were digging up this grave expecting a fully fledged coffin, only to receive a tiny little box. And I was like, we need to tip these brothers as much money as possible, because they sweat blood and tears digging up a proper graveyard for my mum's coffin, which was literally a little box because her ashes were in the urn, and it was a tiny little box. And when they saw that, they were like, obviously they didn't respond to it, but I could feel like, what the fuck is that? So anyway, so there's this massive hole in the ground. I mean, it's like, what, 7-8 foot deep, and we're all looking into it, and then they're all waiting for the coffin to come along, and then there's me going, here you go, here's my mum in a tiny little box. So they went into the hole, they took this little box from my hand, and then we threw some like flowers in there, and you know, we said our goodbyes, and then threw the mud and all of that stuff in the 40-degree heat. And I think we like tipped them wages for like 3 months. There was like 5 guys digging up the putting the mud back in the, and we literally sat there watching them put all of this mud back in this massive hole for a tiny little box. I think we must have tipped them like 5 months wages. But yeah, it was nice. And then we went to beaches. My cousin just planned out everything. She's a doctor, so she like helps everybody who has. So in the Philippines, they don't have it like in the UK. So in the UK, when you work, you pay your taxes. And in the Philippines, if you don't work, you don't have any medical care. And I'm sure that's a lot the way it is for a lot of you. And my cousin is a doctor in the Philippines, and I was saying to her, so you know, I've had 4 open heart surgeries, right? How much would like one surgery cost? And she was like, your surgery, that would cost millions here. Like, and it wouldn't, just the surgery alone would cost millions. But then you have to think about the bed, and you have to think about the cleaning of the bed and the changing of the sheets, and then the meals, and you have to pay extra for that. And she said it would cost about, I think she said it was in pounds, I think something like £35,000 to have open heart surgery, 9 hours open heart surgery in the Philippines. And I'm not obviously thinking about the cost of my operation in England, because it's being paid by my taxes, right? And then I started to think about the pattern and the plan of life. Like, out of all of the countries, like before I was born, out of all of the countries, why did my mum pick the UK? And I've had to have 4 open heart surgeries and a 5th one to come. And according to my cousin, who is an amazing doctor in the Philippines, it costs £35,000 just to do the surgery alone. And here I don't even think about it, because it's coming out when you pay your taxes. But anyway, we took Cathay Pacific, which we never do. Every time I go to the Philippines, her mum died before my mum. Yeah, so her mum already had died years. My mum's sister, she died of the same thing that my mum died of. And she died ages ago. My mum was the last elderly standing, because all of the elderlies had just all keeled over before my mum. So she was the last one standing. She was supposed to be buried with her parents, but her daughter put her in another plot. So that's the reason why she was buried with my mum's little sister. So in the end, they're together, at rest together. But anyway, we usually, when we go to the Philippines, we usually take Emirates. I love Emirates, like compared to Cathay Pacific, and I've never taken them before. If any of you love Cathay Pacific, good for you. But for me, that was the worst fucking ride of my whole life. I am already, so my mother had come to a conclusion of why I was born with a congenital heart disease, a congenital heart defect. To simplify it, I was born with a hole in my heart. And when my mother was pregnant with me, just a few months, hi Irene, hi Larisha. So when my mum was pregnant with me, I think I was about 3 months in her stomach. She was basically on her way to the Philippines or on her way back from the Philippines. I can't remember which way it was. But my mum was sitting next to the window. And when she was 3 months pregnant with me, she said the turbulence was so bad to the point that she looked out of the window and she could see the wing on fire. So the wing of the plane, when I was 3 months in her stomach, the wing of the plane was on fire. And my mum held a cushion to her stomach and she prayed to God that would survive this flight and that the wing won't completely shatter up the plane. And I think my fear of flying spurred off from that moment. So I don't like taking flights. I hate flying. I'm afraid of heights. I have to meditate before I do any sort of flight, even if it's like a domestic flight, 2-hour flight. And I think that my fear of flying had spurred off from when I was 3 months in my mother's stomach. So Emirates, there's only about 5 minutes of turbulence, and I've been going to the Philippines all my life and I've never had any sort of turbulence. If I did, it was only like 5 minutes long and the rest of it was a nice flow. And on the Emirates flight, the food is really nice, and when the lights are off, it's like they've got stars inside the plane, and it's more spacious. It's quite nice. Cathay Pacific, on the other hand, it's really squashed. It's very squashed. There's not enough leg room. There was one point on our way to the Philippines, like I already thought we was gonna die already. But there was one point in the flight on the way to the Philippines where there was such bad turbulence. So turbulence is like this, right? Where it's just up and down, up and down. And I'm already calling all the archangels. I'm calling everybody and I'm praying to God. It's like, I'm not dying like this. I will die any other way, but I ain't going down on a fucking plane. And I'm praying to God, all the saints, calling my mother, calling my father, calling my grandmother, calling my cat. I'm just calling everybody at this point who's on the other side to hold up this plane and to please stop the fucking turbulence, right? At one point when the plane was turbulent, now the turbulence is like this. I swear, I kid you not. There was one point in the flight where I don't know if the captain turned off the engine, but we literally dipped so fucking bad. We dipped so bad that everyone on the aeroplane screamed. Everyone in the aeroplane screamed. I'm looking at my daughter, she's looking at me in terror. I'm looking at my brother and he's praying. And my sister on the other side, she's fucking praying. And we're just literally like, we're not gonna make it to Philly, we're gonna die. We're all dying. I fucking hate flying. I hate flying. That wasn't even the worst of it. It was when I came back. Oh my God. So to go to the Philippines, it's basically a 14-hour flight. Now, we usually break it up when we go by Emirates. It's 8 hours. We stop at Dubai and then another 8 hours, whatever, to Philippines, to, where is it? Clark Airport. No. So my sister paid for this flight. She wanted to get the cheapest one, so we went to Cathay Pacific. Thanks, sis, for the flight. Love and appreciate you. Well, fuck me. So we go on the Cathay Pacific flight. On our way back, I'm already shitting in my pants because we got 2 hours from Manila Airport to Hong Kong. That's okay, but still I'm shitting in my pants. And then we've got another 12 hours to go. So we've got to get on the Cathay Pacific flight. And then I'm looking at the airplane map and I'm seeing that it's so far away. It's 12 hours and a half. And I couldn't do it. So anyway, I swear, I kid you not, the moment we flew back home from Hong Kong to London, the moment the fucking plane took off, it was turbulent. Turbulence, has anyone else had this, by the way? It was turbulence for 11 hours, guys. Is that even normal? It's 11 hours of turbulence. And then the last 3 hours, when we're near London, that's when the turbulence subsided. What the actual fuck? 11 hours of turbulence. Has anyone had this? Please tell me. Because I didn't sleep for 12 hours on that flight. I think I had to take like 5 Imodiums, by the way, because I had the shits. So the last 4 days of my trip to the fucking Philippines, me and my kid were really sick. So we were basically puking up and having the shits. I've never had that when I went to the Philippines. I don't get swollen ankles, but I did this time. It was just all a load of shit. It was just a big mess. So the last 4 days of my holiday to this beautiful tropical country, I wanted to spend time with my cousins. I couldn't, because I was coughing and puking and shitting everywhere. And when you go to a resort, the toilets aren't very nice. And I think at one point I must have shared up the wall. It was so fucking bad. I've never done that before. What, shit up a wall? And I'm thinking, how am I going to clean this up now? There's no fucking tissue. Because I didn't get any fucking tissue. So I had to scoop up the water and fucking flush my shit down the fucking hole. It was so bad, guys. It was so bad. So my doctor cousin gave us everything that we need. She's like, take that for your stomach, take that for the food, take that for the illness, and then take some fucking Imodium. So when you get on the flight, you're not shitting on the airplane or shitting in your pants. Because at one point, I think I fucking did. I was in the bedroom and I was like, oh my God, I thought that was a fart. And it wasn't. It was just like, pfft. So it was just really bad. Sorry, guys. It was really, I'm sorry for the detailed, but you know me. You've been following me forever. You've been following me forever, so you know how I talk. And I literally, I thought it was, and it just wasn't. It was just like all over the fucking place. And I was like, oh God, what am I going to do? Get my cousins to clean my shit? I don't think so. So I'm there ill, dying, white and sweating. Yeah. And I don't know whether I should have my aircon on or the fan on, because literally I'm dying and I've got a chesty cough. Everything hurts. My ass hurts. Everything fucking hurts. But I still have to go and clean my pants and clean my shit because I shit myself. So at this point, we're leaving and I'm like, to my daughter, you better take like 20 Imodiums, right? So we're both there taking Imodium. So we're on the plane and we are suffering because we know we need to poo. And you do not poo on a plane. You just don't, okay? So I'm there dying and I'm in the middle of my daughter, who I love so very much, but fucking hell, kid, I ain't a sofa. It's because she likes to put her feet on me. And then I got my brother who's the fucking size of a football player, so he's taken up half of my seat, and then my daughter's just there and I'm stuck in the middle, and I feel like I can't do it no more. At this point it's like you lose the will to live, and at one point you do want the plane to crash because you're so uncomfortable. But anyway, I get home, I see my toilet, and I think I kissed it. Because now I can actually do the shit of my life. I was so happy. I was so happy. And I still had the crapper. Even when I got home, I still had the shits. Because it was all that Imodium that I took. It just backed up all the crap. And then finally I stopped taking Imodium, and there you go. All out on there. Just all my guts out. All in the toilet. But when I was on the airplane, I happened to develop a cough. Like a fucking chest infection. What's happening? But the way I see it is, what am I supposed to learn through this? That's what I kept on telling myself. I was talking to my mum. I was like, what am I supposed to learn through this, mum? What do I learn here? What am I learning here? I learned that the physical body can take so much shit. I mean, even after 4 open heart surgeries, I already knew that. But this is just intense. Some serious shit. Oh. I will not recommend Cathay Pacific, sorry. If you like a bumpy ride, go for it. But I would rather stick to Emirates. And I'm not going home for another 5 years because I'm fucking doing that flight again. And I certainly ain't going to the Philippines if I'm going to stay there for 2 weeks. I literally have to stay there a whole year because there's no way in hell I'm going to do that fucking flight again. And sitting next to those two pricks. Fuck that. But other than that, I had a wonderful time. It was really nice. The weather was really, really nice. I was hoping to be a bit more blacker than I am now, because when I go to the Philippines, I literally black myself out. I ain't that tanned. Usually I'm really, really dark. But you know, when you got the shits, you're not thinking about sitting out in the sun. So that was my holiday and my trip, and I ain't going back there for another 3 years. No way in hell. And that's my story. Right. I am going to do members, and I'm having hot flushes, guys. Is it me or is it really hot in here? Let me turn on my fan. On a nicer note, I think I did lose weight. Oh no, what makes it worse, and I would love to show it to you, but I can't because there are 190 people in there. I think I had bed bugs. So what happened was, that wasn't even the worst of it. So on top of having the shits, oh, and then I got my period as well, by the way, on top of all of that. For some reason, bugs was biting my ass. So all up here, I've got bites all over my ass. This side and that side. And it's so fucking painful. I couldn't even sit down because I was in so much pain. It was like, it was so much going on at one time. And then I had my American cousin going, Anna, come on, come out, let's do some karaoke. And I'm there going, fuck off. I've got the shits. I'm on my period. Fuck off. And she's like, I'm sure you're fine. And I'm like, you need to get the fuck out of here, Lilia. She's pissing me right off. I love her. God knows I love her. She's a joke. But, seriously. Oh, it was horrible. So I've got bites on my ass. I had all of this problem. It was just really, it was just, I don't know. And do bites go? Just out of curiosity, guys? Because I'm not sure. Because when I showed my cousin all my bites, they looked like terrified. And I was like, is this not normal for the Philippines? And they're like, you must have some really sweet blood because they're just gnawing on your asshole. So I started talking to the bed bugs and all these like all of these like mosquitoes, and like, look, you little fuckers, you can chew on my ass as much as you want because I'm leaving. And boy did they. Right, so the first 15 minutes is going to be to my members and super fans, followers, and then after my alarm clock goes off, I am going to cater to my gifters. If you would like to get on my list and you would like to get a 17 card reading, it is the gaming keyboard above the screen or in the gift box below. Just pinned it on the bottom of the screen. That will get you on my list. That will get you 17 cards. Nikki, you're the first one on my list. I'm going to start my clock now. And then I'm going to start to read for subscribers, members. Be patient with me, guys. You do not need to follow me to get a reading. You do not need to tap the screen, like, share, or subscribe to get a reading. If you're not happy with your membership or your subscription, don't be any of those things, and I'll still read for you anyway. Once upon, you're on my list. All right, let's see. Maddie. Maddie, is it safe for me and my son? Where did you go, Maddie? I couldn't pin you up. All right, hold on a second. Let me just cleanse the space really quickly. Angels and guides and loved ones, draw close to me and my family here on TikTok and use me as a vessel to give clear, concise, loving, light messages for the greatest and the highest good of all concerned. Amen. All right, Maddie. I'm trying to pin you up, Maddie. For some reason, I can't. It's not allowing me to. Is it safe for me and my son to go back home, or do we need to move? X causing issues. Been there, done it, know what that feels like, honey. I know what that feels like. I know exactly what that feels like. All right, Maddie, is it safe for you and your son? Angels and guides and loved ones, is it safe for you? It is, but at some point you're going to need to go. He's going to get bored, Maddie, of what he's doing, and eventually he'll give up. You're some sort of healer for this guy. He is not accepting that there's a separation to some degree, Maddie. But I just feel like at some point you will leave. If you haven't left yet, Maddie, use a 4411. There you go. I'm trying to pin you up, sweetie. If you're not leaving yet, you will at some point. I will say that to you. So it is safe for you to be there. He is going to get slower in his actions because it's going to do with money. He has to work or he has to be somewhere. And eventually you are going to leave. But it is safe. He's going to be an annoying asshole. I know what that feels like. Been there, done that. But he will eventually stop. But eventually you will have to move. And it's not because of him. You're going to move to have like a new start. Okay, sweetheart? Anything for me regarding how my husband feels about me? Angels, guys, Ms. Russell. I feel like there's a disconnect. I feel like very sad. I feel unfulfilled to some degree when I'm connecting to your husband. I feel like you both have to work on this in order for it to work right, in order for it to go right. But I just feel like there's a disconnect. The Wheel of Fortune is a karma card. And if it's upside down, it feels like you have completed something with your husband. I do feel some sadness around your husband. I can't say to you that it feels great, Miss Russell. There's a disconnect with you and your husband. If both of you don't work on it, it feels like there'll always be something missing. And then I've got the Three of Swords anchoring the reading. There's something that you need to discuss or talk on. Nikki Boo, you're on my list. There's something that you and your husband need to discuss. If you don't discuss it now, it will feel more disconnected and more sad, more lost, feeling alone when you're together. You do need to do some sort of communication. Gabriella, any messages for you? Angels, guides, loved ones, what does Gabriella need to know, please? In love and light. You need to meditate and go within. I feel like you've got some sort of wish fulfillment around you, but coming in later on. I feel when I'm connecting to you that you need to either go to the gym, work out, eat more healthily, something to do around health. I also feel like you're a healer and you're giving a lot of energy out, but you need to pull some energy back to yourself. I feel like there's going to be some clarity coming your way. This is Archangel Gabriel. So if you're looking for clarity, pay attention to your dreams, visions, signs, symbols, and synchronicities, sweetheart. There's a lot of important energy around you, a lot of powerful, potent energy, and you need to just go with the flow. Chantel, what do I need to know, please? What do you need to know? Angels, guides, loved ones, what does Chantel need to know, please? You do not need to tap the screen. You do not need to like, share, or subscribe. You do not need to gift me to get a reading. Copy and paste your question. If my guides highlight your name, I will read for you. If you are a member or a super fan, you can ask me as many questions on my live as you like. And the first 15 minutes goes to you. The middle portion and the last portion goes to members, subscribers, always. Get out of your own way. You need to start looking at your situation from another point of view in order for you to have victory, success, and recognition and being in the boss mode energy. You're going to be signing a contract at some point, Chantel, but you need to speak your mind, say what you need to say when you need to say it, and cut out negative thoughts, words, situations, and people. That is what you need to know, sweetie. Celestine, any messages for you? Angels and guides and loved ones, what does Celestine need to know, please? In love and light, what does Celestine need to know, please? In love and light. All right, here we go. You're going to be signing a contract at some point. Good karma, turning point, good luck, cause and effect, win-win situation, the balancing of the scales. The new contract could be a relationship, like a marriage, a new house, a new car, a new job, or all of the above. I also see money coming your way, pay rise, promotion, or an investment. I see that you're going to study, educate yourself, or go back to school later on. There could also be a birthing of a child, if not with you, in the family. And I also see a younger masculine coming your way. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. I don't even see one masculine, I see two. Lovers or friends or people that you could be collaborating with. If they're not here yet, they're coming in at some point. I've got Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Leo. Who's the other fire sign? Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Hope that helps you in some way. If you'd like to get on my list and you want to get an in-depth 17-card reading, it is the gaming keyboard above the screen or in the gift box below. You do not need to be following me to get a reading. You do not need to gift me. You do not need to tap the screen, like, share, or subscribe to get a reading. Just copy and paste your question. If my guides highlight your name, I will read for you. Bronwyn, anything for you? What do you need to know? I don't know if you need to go and have a break from work, or it just feels like I need to have a little bit of a break. I'm seeing study, education, good news, a message or an offer, emotional contentment, the happy home fulfillment. I am seeing children. I'm seeing study and education as I'm connecting to you. I'm seeing that you should have your own business. If you don't, then you need to think about that later on in the future. The Ace of Swords indicates a new beginning, because the Ace of Swords represents the hand of God, giving you mental clarity, new challenges and new beginnings, but you do need to cut out something that doesn't serve you anymore. Pat, what's going on with my love life? Angels and guides and loved ones, what's going on with Pat's love life, please and thank you. All right, here we go. What's going on with Pat's love life, please and thank you. There's going to be opportunity of two people coming your way. I got the Lovers card. The Lovers card is a choice between two people. The Lovers card also is a choice. It's not two people, it's a choice. This could be two people. If you're currently in a relationship, you're not happy in the one that you're in, the universe is going to send somebody else to you. The Lovers card talks about a divine counterpart, a soulmate, a deep partnership, two people together. There's some conflict or insecurity attached to you. I see that with this. I feel like there's a part of you that wants it and there's a part of you that doesn't. I feel like you need to pay attention to your dreams and your visions, and I feel like you're going to have a psychic link to the person that you're going to end up marrying, being with. You are really impatient, and patience is a virtue. Everything that you planted is going to come to fruition. The Seven of Coins represents tell God and the universe what you want. And when you tell God and the universe what you want, with no doubt, no worries or no fears attached to it, then when you are ready, the universe is going to give you what you're asking for. Do you understand what I'm saying, kid? Good. All right, here we go. Hey, Ophelia. Saina. Anything for the month of February? Angels and guides and loved ones. Anything for the month of February for Saina. Let's see if I can pin you up. Money, 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 money. All money around you for this time frame. Be patient. Slow and steady wins the race. A job offer, pay rise, a promotion. You're supposed to have your own business or work for yourself. If you don't, you need to think about that for the future. This is a business person. It's upside down, so it's in your matrix for the year of 2026. Study, education, good news, message, or an offer. Look at all your cards, yes? It's all money. Coins, coins, coins. I also see new beginnings, new opportunities coming for you in February. This is about new opportunities, creative projects, new beginnings, new love, new opportunities around love. But it is basically based on finances, security, and stability. If this is something that you've been calling in, the universe has heard your call. All you got to do is get out of your own way and let the universe, all you got to do is set the intention and then let the universe do the rest for you. That's how it works. Larisha, energy around February, and just guys, loved ones. Larisha need to know, please, in love and light. Energy around February. Good karma. You've done some good stuff, honey. And when you do good things come back to you. It's like cause and effect, win-win situation. You do something, it comes back to you. The Wheel of Fortune represents good fortune, good luck, a turning point, taking a gamble, travel and relocation, a new vehicle if you wanted one. You need to do a lot of healing though. You're coming out as a healer, but the healer is upside down. So when the Strength card is upside down, it means you're giving way too much to people that doesn't deserve your energy. Cassandra, you're on my list. Cassandra, you're on my list. Conserve and protect your energy from energy vampires. Heal what has been broken. There is an older masculine around, a younger masculine around you. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. You could meet him around travel, around work, or relocation. I am seeing travel, relocation around you. So there's some stuff to look forward to. Plans that you might make in February, but the energy looks like it's moving forward. Jade, if I continue to apply, will I get the job with aviation head office? Angels and guides and loved ones. If Jade continues to apply, I don't think this is your place, sweetheart. You can apply and apply and apply and apply, and I don't think the universe needs you to be there. You can try. I just feel like there's a lot of off energy around this person, this place, this space. But you are definitely going to sign a contract. You're definitely going to have a job. You've definitely got good karma. Make sure you're listening to your intuition. If you did get this job, I don't know if you're going to like it. Queen of Cups is upside down, emotionally unsatisfied and unfulfilled. You've got to look beyond your situation. Look beyond the horizon. There's so much more out there that you can do. Don't just put your energy into one thing. The world is your oyster. Yeah? Go for more than one thing. Life is for living. Maria, how does James feel about you? Angels, guides, loved ones, how does James feel about you? You're a super fan, so you get a guided message. Angels, guides, loved ones, how does James feel about you? This guy doesn't know even how he doesn't know how to even... Hold on a second, what is this? Your live is not eligible for recommendation and for the next 10... Insert results for the next 10 minutes because you may be promoting a brand. No, I'm not! The fuck? Sorry. This thing just popped up on my screen. I'm not promoting shit. What am I promoting, you fucking assholes? Sorry, guys. This person doesn't know how to feel, Maria. It's like this person's emotions are upside down. They don't know where to place their emotions or their feelings. I feel like this person, even if they cared about you, they wouldn't know how to express how they feel about you. I feel like this person's conflicted and their heart chakra is blocked. I feel like on some level, I don't think this is the time for you and this person to be together because this person's got things going on in their lives that you may or may not know about. I just feel like this is a collaboration card and it's upside down. Are you going to work well together? I don't know about this. This also represents that this person could have somebody else on the outside. Now, it doesn't have to be another woman. It could just represent that they've got other things going on. Hold on a second, guys. I don't understand the decision. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. So sorry. Why can't I pin up now? This is so annoying. Ophelia, can you pin up Rhea? Which will be more successful, workshop or digital products? Can I become rich? You can become whatever you want to become. Set the intention. See it like it's already happened. You don't. What are you waiting for? Tomorrow? Tomorrow may not come. What are you looking at? The past? The past is no longer here. You have to be rich in the present. Okay, so workshop or digital products? I really like the digital product. Which one were you going for? I feel like either way, you've got a lot of success in either direction. But if I had to choose one, I would go for the digital products. And yes, you can be rich. Look what cards come out. The Sun card. The Sun card is abundance. It's blessings. It's material happiness. It's joyous outcome. It's success. It's victory. So of course you can be. Of course you can be rich. You declare it to the universe. All right. Let me just read two more before I get to Nikki Lewis because I had to sort out all of this stuff. Peace. Will I be able to move out and live on my own? And what's B's intentions? Angels and guides and loved ones. Will peace be able to move out? Yes, 100,000%. You just have to make a choice. You are going to move out whether you know it or not. You got to wait for some cash though, because I've got money coming your way. Get out of your head and stop over analyzing it. B's intentions towards you is more sexual. I don't think it's something intimate. I think this person can be a bit stoic, cold, can be icy, or you can never know. You don't know whether they're coming or going. I feel like you've had many lifetimes together as friends or lovers, depending on what the situation is. I just feel as I'm connecting to you, it's like you have to learn something with this person. Learn, I don't know, healthy boundaries. I also need you to make a wish because you've got the wish card here. The Nine of Cups is about making wishes. It's about abundance. It's about material abundance. And it's also about good health. So light a candle and make a wish. What do you have to lose? By me saying to you, make a wish. Kimmy, anything regarding my current relationship? Thank you. Angels and guides and loved ones. And then I've got Nikki Lewis. Nikki Lewis, you're the first one on my list. All right, Kimmy, anything regarding your current relationship? Angels and guides and loved ones, what does Kimmy need to know about her current relationship? Please and thank you. Somebody in this connection has got their heart chakra blocked. It's like Somebody wants that long-term sense of security, but somebody's afraid that everything is going to change or nothing is going to change. Gian, you're on my list. It feels like somebody is very secretive. Somebody's not expressing their emotions or their feelings. It feels like somebody's going back and forth about what to do, juggling, multitasking, weighing up options. Should I stay? Should I go? Do I or don't I? It just feels like the energy feels out of balance. Now, I feel like on some level, both of you are looking for a happy home, but I just feel like somebody's more ready than the other. I don't know. It's like somebody wants more than what they have, and somebody is not ready. Does that make sense, my love? Nadama, you're on my list. All right. This cough needs to piss off. Nikki, I am about to do a 17 card reading for Nikki Lewis. If you're interested in getting a 17 card reading, it is on the bottom of the screen. It's Nikki Lewis. So I've got Nikki, Once Upon, Nikki Boo, Cassandra, Jess, and Nadama. So Nikki Lewis, you're the first one to get a reading. You're the first person to gift me. It is a 17 card reading, so record it, screen record it, record my voice, or you can wait for me to post it up on my YouTube channel later on. All right, Nikki, I'm going to do a general reading. It's not you yet, Nikki Boo. You're the third one to gift me. I'm looking for Nikki Lewis. Nikki Lewis is the first person to gift me. You're the third one. All right, honey? All right. I'm going to do a general reading for you. I'm here, general, please and thank you. The first thing that I'm picking up as I'm connecting to you is, what's the first thing? There's something about you being of service. There's something about you being of service when I'm connecting to you. You need to be your authentic self. Stop hiding or concealing to some degree. I'm seeing number 8 around you. So you're going to see 8, 8, 8 everywhere you go. It could represent 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, or the 8th of a month. I also feel like be mindful about who you surround yourself with, is what I'm hearing as I'm connecting to you. Okay, sweetheart? I also feel like there may be an energy or a feeling like you're being ignored or you're not seen to some degree. And I also feel when I'm connecting to you, I feel like my angels, your angels, talking to my angels, are trying to tell me to tell you that you're safe. I also see the sun in your energy. So I feel like you need to go on a holiday, travel, relocate. And there's some sort of blessed energy around your career or around business. It's like growth, communication, and relationships. This is what I'm seeing as I'm connecting into your energy. Okay, sweetheart? I also feel like stay away from energy vampires. So dishonesty, disruption, trickery, people that you know are being like, there's something that doesn't feel right about that person. On a low side, even if you're going through a rough patch, this too shall pass, is what I just heard. This too shall pass is what I just heard. Okay, sweetheart? So again, pay attention to that number 8, because 8 could represent a time frame, days, weeks, months, or the 8th of a month. Nikki Lewis. I have no idea how you subscribe. No clue. And I always say you don't need to subscribe. You don't need to follow me. You don't need to like, share. You don't need to do anything to get a reading. Just copy and paste your question. If I'm drawn to you, I will read for you, because, you know, I'm good like that. All right, here we go. Angels, guides, loved ones. This is for Nikki Lewis. What does Nikki Lewis need to know, please and thank you? So those are the first things that I'm picking up as I'm connecting to you. Here are your 4 oracle cards. We're going to look at them later on, Nikki. Here we go. You're supposed to be of service, and they're showing me yellow in your energy. So wear yellow for a couple of days. Yellow represents the, not yellow, excuse me, orange. Orange is a representation of your sacral chakra. So that covers like the ovaries, the kidneys, the bladder, the pelvis, the body, the fluids, the lower back. So these are the things that you need to wear. Wearing orange during this time frame would be really good for you as I'm connecting to your energy, Nikki Lewis. So that is, again, the sacral chakra, the need to balance that energy as I'm connecting to you, okay? So the first thing that I'm seeing as I'm with you is needing to balance the sacral chakra, getting out of your head. So the Eight of Swords always represents over-analyzing, overthinking things, self-imprisonment, isolation, or restricting yourself. Not wanting to deal with anything or anyone at this point because you're just fed up of everything, everyone, or just everything in general. So I feel like there is a need for you. No way! How weird, huh? How weird. Get out of your head. Don't overanalyze. Don't overthink things. Don't restrict yourself, because then you create a block to your blessings. The only person that can block your blessings from you is yourself. You need to find some sort of balance. There's going to be an opportunity of two things coming your way, but the Two of Coins does represent two choices, multitasking, weighing up options. It's like, should I stay? Should I go? This could also represent that you could be juggling a job, studying, education, and trying to figure out which direction you want to go in. So find balance and equilibrium in your everyday. Healthy boundaries need to be implemented. Remember when I said to you, stay away from like energy vampires, soul-sucking creators, those people who take advantage of you, who take and, you know, doesn't give. It's that sort of energy. Takes and doesn't give in return. I don't expect anyone to give to receive, but I'm just saying that people that do take advantage of givers out there, you end up becoming a doormat, and you certainly don't want to be that. So healthy boundaries needs to be implemented around you. This person is on guard. Can you see? On guard. Self-defending themselves against, you know, assholes. You know how it works. I am seeing, as I'm connecting to you, I've got an older masculine coming your way. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. Could be a lover or a friend. The King of Cups is, out of all the kings, is very loving, nurturing, kind, very supportive, very tolerant, and has that emotional intelligence. That's the energy of the King of Cups. Now, he could be a lover or a friend. You'll know when this person gets here. I am seeing a marriage around you, so I don't know if you wanted to get married. The Hierophant is always about tapping into the spiritual part of yourself. The Hierophant is always a representation of traditions. The Hierophant is a spiritual connection coming your way. If you're not in one coming in, and it could lead to marriage. I am seeing a younger masculine, so you have an opportunity of two. Lovers or friends, people you could be collaborating with. You'll know when they get here. I am seeing two masculines. Now, on the younger masculine here, aesthetically pleasing to look at. Very fiery, very passionate, very confident, and could be come across a little bit arrogant. This person could come into your life for a lesson or reason, for a reason. I am seeing victory, success, and recognition around you. So if that's what you've been looking for from your family, your colleagues, your peers, you are going to get the recognition that you deserve. I am seeing that as I'm connecting to you. I'm also seeing Archangel Gabriel around you. So I don't know if you know Archangel Gabriel. The Judgment card represents not judging yourself too harshly or others. The Judgment card also represents clarity, the final decision, the wake-up call, knowing what your life purpose is. I am seeing that you need to be your authentic self. Say what you mean what you say, fight for what you believe in, and do not change who you are to please somebody else. Watch your mouth. Words become things. Page of Swords is about saying what you mean and mean what you say, and staying away from chit chat and gossip and all that things that lower your energy. I'm also seeing, as I'm connecting to your High Priestess energy, is going to be in tune in 2026. So make sure you're paying attention to your dreams and your visions. You're listening to your intuition. If there are mysteries or secrets around you, just because you can't see it clearly with your physical eyes, you'll be able to see it with your third eye. That's what the High Priestess represents. I am seeing that you need to have some fun, let your hair down, childlike. This is a soulmate card as well. This represents nostalgia, unexpected gifts and pleasantries coming your way, innocence. And you got the best card in the deck. There are 78 cards in the deck, and this is the best one as far as I'm concerned. The Sun card is children, travel, relocation, blessings upon blessings. It represents a holiday, and you need to get your mojo back. Queen of Wands represents feisty, confident, self-assured, charming, courageous, free-spirited. I don't give a shit. The Queen of Wands is the most beautiful queen in the deck. Yes, she's beautiful inside and outside. And this is what you are coming out as. Now, I've got the masculine coming into your energy. So yang, action, male. You've got angel of love. So I did say to you, got some sort of love connection coming your way. The inner knowing goes with the High Priestess card. So trust your intuition in everything that you're doing. And then your last guided message is, your thoughts are the architect of your destiny. Your energy is the key. It's always you. It's no one else. You are co-creating your world by your thoughts, your words, your emotions, and the things that you feel. You are co-creating it. You have free will. All right. So the star signs I'm seeing around you is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, Taurus in your energy. So I hope that helps you in some way, Nikki Lewis, sending you love and light to you, love and light to you. I'm going to read 2 people before I get to Once Upon a Time. And now I'm going to include people who do not follow me. This is why I said to you guys, you don't need to follow me to get a reading. You don't need to gift me. You don't need to tap the screen, like, share, or subscribe. Copy and paste your question if I'm drawn to you. Like I'm drawn to Elizabeth, because my guide highlighted your name. I will read for you. Elizabeth, will KTG give me back my money, which he owes me since last year when he came back? You ain't getting that money back, honey. You need to let this go, because you dwelling on it is going to just take you out of alignment. This KTG person is childish, immature, fleeting, and you have to rise above that. I know you'll be like, nah, but it feels like this person ain't coming to give you any money anytime soon. You are a queen, and the person that you're dealing with is a child. So the way I see it is, this queen needs to cut this person out, learn your lesson, moving on. Moving on and moving up. Learn the lesson. Don't do it again. Anything I need to know for February, Maddie? And you guys, loved ones, what does Maddie need to know, please? In love and light. Once upon a, you're going to be next. What does Maddie need to know, please? Anything that Maddie needs to know, please, for February. You need to let go of all the heavy burdens that you're holding on to. Anything that lingers in your energy frequency. It could be a thought, a feeling, a negative way of thinking, self-defeating beliefs about yourself, worries or fears. You need to release and surrender it to God, universe, source, loved ones on the other side. I see a wedding around you. I see a celebration. I'm seeing that you're going to have an opportunity to travel. I see an opportunity or a choice coming your way. You need to listen to your intuition. You're a natural empath, so you're going to pick up on energies and of people around you. There is a celebration around you, so make sure you're hanging around with the right kind of people, right? Once upon, you are going to be next on my list. I just need to know whether you want a general reading or is it something specific. Angels, guides, loved ones, this is for Once Upon. All right. I hope you're here, sweetheart. You're so welcome, honey. Once Upon, you're next on my list. I'll do a general reading for you. I'm getting out your oracle cards. So a 17 card reading is 4 oracle cards and 13 tarot cards. Now, I don't look at the oracle cards until I'm done reading the tarot cards, because I like to see if it lines up. All right. Can any of my moderators see Once Upon? I will do a general reading for you until I can see your question, sweetheart. There you are, there you are, there you are. Okay. Okay, spiritual path for 2026. It's really simple, the spiritual path. It's love. It's just love. It's all love. It's like no judgment on yourself, people around you. Love is the one that can create, you know, can stop all wars. You're going to need to tune in to the highest part of your intuition in 2026 for your spiritual path. There is something about love. Love is in the air for you. Time to communicate, relationships. This 2026 is about communication, telling your story. Stay away from people who are greedy. Take a day at a time as well is what I'm hearing. I also feel like there's a hot and cold energy with you, and it just means like mixed signals, pulled in so many directions. But I feel like I I keep seeing yellow in your energy. So yellow is the solar plexus. So the need to trust your gut. And there's something about prayers. So you need to keep praying or have faith is what I'm hearing with your spiritual path. You need to make sure that you're connecting to your angels and your guides and your loved ones. The spiritual path is about healing past energy, forgiveness of others, as well as forgiveness of yourself. I keep seeing Cupid around you, so you definitely have some sort of love energy. I don't know whether you're in a relationship or not, but I am seeing love energy attached to you. It's either you giving love or receiving love, one or the other. What do you need to know? All right, so those are the first things that I'm seeing as I'm connecting to you. All right. Once upon spiritual path. Once upon spiritual path. You do not need to gift me. You do not need to like, share, or subscribe. You do not need to be a follower to get a reading. Just copy and paste your question. If I'm drawn to you, I will read for you. Members and subscribers, my super fans can ask me as many questions as they like on my lives and during my lives only. On the spiritual path, you're going to doubt some of the things that you're doing, and you're going to wonder if it's working. Okay? You need to not overanalyze and overthink things when you do the spiritual path. Spirituality and the spiritual path is about getting out of the ego and tapping into the heart space. I know, because I've done it when I had my near-death experience, when I had my 4th open heart surgery. It just, sometimes we overanalyze and overthink things, and it takes us out of the heart center. Ego is always going to plant seeds of doubt, worry, and fear. The heart chakra always knows where you're going. So you've got to listen to that part of yourself. The 5 of Swords is conflict of the mind, tug of war energy, conflict, challenges, obstacles. That's the energy of the 5 of Swords. Swords represents the mind and the intellect. Make sure you're around people that love and support you. The 3 of Cups represents friendships, circle of friends. This represents like-minded people, something to celebrate later on down the line. The Ace of Cups talks about love, and I did see love in your energy. So the Ace of Cups is the hand of God giving you love, emotional contentment, babies, proposal, marriage, the birthing of a child, if not you, in the family. So you've got emotional contentment coming your way. You have to make a choice and a decision. There is going to be something, you know, the 2 of Swords always represents compromising and making a decision about something. I always make sure, I always say pick you. You always have to pick you first. The 9 of Cups tells me, I keep seeing trainers around you, so I don't know if you need to jump on the health bandwagon. So this represents eating well, having a physical outlet, like going to the gym, going for a swim, going for a ride on your bike, to channel all those energies. Helps you sleep better as well. You need to light a candle and make a wish. I am seeing an older masculine around you. If he's not here yet, he's coming in. Could be a lover or a friend. Somebody that's going to give you some sort of knowledge and education. If you've been over-analyzing and overthinking things, pay attention to people's conversation, because you might hear something that you need information on. That's how the universe uses other people's subtle signs and symbols. You're supposed to have your own business in 2026. It's either something to do with healing. It could represent doing the healing thing, the spiritual thing. It could be masseuse. It could be anything. But the 8 of Coins represents mastering your craft, creating a body of work, doing something that you love to do. This represents that you're supposed to be working for yourself. If you don't work for yourself, then you need to at least be the boss of the company that you're working for in 2026. You've got the Wheel of Karma on your side. So the Wheel of Fortune tells me that you've done something true and just, and now the universe is working in your favor. So the Wheel of Karma is turning in your favor. This represents travel, relocation on a holiday. This also represents a new vehicle if you wanted one. This represents good luck and a turning point in your life. You are going to evolve and grow. You're going to evolve and grow in 2026 in ways that you can't even imagine. And this happens to be underneath once upon the Ace of Cups. So there's a lot of emotional fulfillment in 2026 if your energy is focused in the right direction. The High Priestess tells me that you're very intuitive, that you're very psychic. Pay attention to your intuition instead of your ego. Your intuition is always going to guide you into the right space. The High Priestess tells me that you're able to see third eye without seeing. Yeah? Just because there are mysteries and secrets around you, the High Priestess energy tells me that you're tuning in spiritually. This is good. You were born to be a leader. Feels like a woman that thinks like a man. The Emperor is always about boss mode, taking the lead, taking control. This does represent another masculine coming into your matrix. So if he's not here yet, he's coming in. Could be a lover or a friend or somebody that you could be collaborating with. I'm also seeing victory, success, and recognition is yours in 2026. So victory in the spiritual energy. You need to get out of the lack mindset. I'm not enough. I don't have enough. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. You need to unburden yourself. You carry way too much heavy burdens of yourself as well as everybody else's, and the universe is telling you to surrender, release, and let that go. You've got both of the wish fulfillment cards in your reading. So you got the Nine of Cups and you got the Star card. And the Star card does represent wish fulfillment, a miracle. It represents abundance. It represents a level of fame attached to you. You are somebody that's meant to be seen. Education, learn. Look at that. Teaching, skills, learning. We are here to learn, grow, and evolve as souls. Remember, we are souls having a human experience. We're born and then we die. And then you got the contemplation card. Do the things that you want to do. Stop telling yourself you're going to do it, and then you wait, what, 20 years passes you by, and then shoulda, coulda, woulda. Accept struggle as lessons. I don't look at struggle as struggles. I look at all of those things that happened in my life as lessons that I had to learn for my evolution. It says, give yourself the love you deserve over and over again, once upon a. So I hope that helps you in some way, my love. I have got Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini in your energy. I've got Aries, Cancer, Pisces, Sagittarius in your reading. So I hope that helps you in some way, and I hope that makes sense. And I always say record it, guys, because it'll make sense later on if it doesn't now. So I hope that helps you once upon a. Love and light to you, honey. Love and light to you. Nikki Boo, I'm going to read 2 people before I get to you. Please be patient with me. Nikki Boo, I'm going to read you. I'm just going to read 2 people first before I get to you. That way I'm including everybody in the room. And you don't need to follow me. Like, you do not need to tap the screen, like, share, or subscribe. You do not need to follow me to get a reading. Monica, how is it going to improve if you keep talking about it? You talking about health improvement is stating to the universe and stating to the DNA and the cells in your body that you have a health problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? So am I claiming that I've had open heart surgery 4 times and I've got to have a 5th one? I don't need to think about that. Do I need to think about that? No, I don't. So you saying, will my health issue improve this year? You are solidifying that you have health issues. And I've told you this before, Monica. So you haven't shifted your perception. You haven't shifted your mindset. Take it from somebody who was supposed to die at 10 years old. Change your mindset, change your life, change the DNA frequency of your physical body. I have told you this, you've asked me before, you are still the same person as I read for the last time. Change your mindset, change your perception. I have no health issues. Healthy am I, happy am I, holy am I am whole, I am healthy, and I am happy. So the more you say these words, the more you change the DNA frequency, your health is going to improve once you change your mindset. This is a healthy queen. If she's upside down, this is unhealthy. You can't see the light at the end of the tunnel because the moon card represents a distortion, the unseen. But look at that. You've got wish fulfillment under your belt. The only person that's blocking any way to get better is you doing it to yourself. You're talking about health issues is solidifying that you've got health problems. You asked me this question before I went to the Philippines last year. It means you haven't changed your mindset. It means you've accepted that you're sick and your body's going, yeah, because my mind has told my physical body that I'm ill, I am ill. Change your mindset. Nicole, will I be in a relationship? Angels and guides and loved ones, will you be in a relationship? You are going to be in a relationship. You're a healer, Nicole, so be careful who you give your energy to, because I feel like you attract a lot of energy vampires, and it's because you're a healer. It's not our fault. We attract energy vampires. You are coming out as the healer. The strength card is you're stronger than you think you are. You need to do some self-love, self-respect, courage, confidence, and stay away from toxic assholes. But you will have a relationship. I am seeing Capricorn. I'm seeing Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in your energy field. Nikki Boo, where are you? I'm about to do a 16-card reading for Nikki Boo. If anybody's interested in getting a 16-card reading, it is the... There you go. That's what it is. The gaming keyboard. Maya, May, you're on my list. Nikki Boo, I'm going to do a general reading for you until I can see your question. It is the gaming keyboard. I pinned it on the bottom of the screen. I've got 3 more spaces. If you're interested in getting a reading, then it is the gaming keyboard. Please do not gift me after my list is closed, because then you won't get a reading today. You'll get a reading when I come back on, and I'm feeling a bit crappy, not gonna lie. Nikki Boo. Angels and guides and loved ones. What does Nikki Boo, what does Nikki Boo need to know, please, in love and light? Nikki, I'm going to do a general reading for you until I can see your question. General. All right, I got you. The first thing that I'm hearing is health. So health is not that you're going to have a health problem. The health is get your health on track. So go and get your blood tests. Make sure you're okay. Go to the gym. Eat more healthily. Exercise program. This is this energy around the health thing. I also feel like you're being guided. It's like you're a beacon of light, and the universe is going to guide you into a certain direction. I feel like you need to distance yourself from certain situations or people that cause you stress, turbulent energy, or tension, or argumentative energy. If you do not separate yourself from those energy vampires or those soul-sucking critters, it's going to feel like you're separated or disconnected. I also feel like you're going to repeat a cycle. So I've read for thousands of clients all over the world, and the one question that I always get is, why does this keep happening to me? And I simply say, why aren't you fucking learning the lesson? So the universe is always going to repeat the same sort of situation until you've learned the lesson. So it might be a different face with the same scenario, with a similar scenario, but it will always be that same. It will always feel the same because you haven't learned the lesson. So walk away, stay away from people that causes stress. Otherwise, you're going to repeat the same cycle. It's like it will be a different day, but you're stuck in a loop. Does that make sense? I also feel like you need to uplift your energy. Make a to-do list is what I'm hearing. And I'm seeing purple in your energy. Nikki Boo, purple. So wearing purple for a couple of days is good. Purple is the crown chakra. It's the crown chakra. So again, the crown governs the eyes, the brain, the head. And there's something about forgiveness with you. I keep seeing number 6 in your energy. 6 days, weeks, months, or the 6th of a month, where things will start to shift and change in your favor is what I'm seeing as I'm connecting to you. You might see that number everywhere you go. If you haven't yet, you're gonna. I also feel like there is going to be some sort of recovery after some difficulties or some losses as I'm connecting with you. Huh? What you mean? What's your date of birth? What's your date of birth? Because I'm seeing number 6. Alrighty, here we go. Angels and guides and loved ones. What does Nikki need to know, please, in love and light? What does Nikki need to know? You do not need to tap the screen. You do not need to like, share, or subscribe to get a reading. You do not need to gift me to get a reading. I don't expect you to do that. I understand that there are people out there that can't afford a reading. This is why I do free readings, as well as gifted readings. Okay? If you are a member or a subscriber, you can ask me as many questions as you like from the beginning of my live to the end of my live. If you're a super fan, you will get a guided message with every question you ask me. All right, sweetheart, what's going on here? You need to let go of something from the past that you might be holding on to, a thought, a feeling, a situation, a negative way of thinking, self-defeating beliefs about yourself. Something has already ended, but you keep bringing it into the energy flow of the present. You could be thinking and focusing or flowing on like past energy. You are being guided to not think like that because it will create health issues. The 10 of Swords is an ending, but when there is an ending, there is a new beginning. So even if something has ended and it was so painful, it just means that the universe is going to open itself up for you, and you have to just be guided to go where you need to go. And distance yourself from people that create turbulence, stress, or tension. Stay away from people that create turbulence, tension, argumentative energy. The Tower card tells me that you've been through so much in your life and you've managed to rebuild a more solid foundation, a more solid structure. The Tower card for me represents that you might have stayed in a situation longer than you should have, and the universe was intuitively, Nikki, trying to say to you, Nikki, you need to get the hell out of the situation. Why are you still here? And you're saying to your ego, saying, stay here, everything's going to be fine, just give it a bit of time. The universe was going, no, you need to go. And you didn't. So the universe had to make you so uncomfortable that you had no choice but to leave, right? This is the painful ending to upheaval, destruction, the crumbling down of your world. Sometimes we need to be shaken to be awakened, right? I've been shaken many times. Violent relationship, being beaten, sleeping out on the street, having no money to feed my kid, the death of my parents in the same year, my brother being diagnosed with cancer. I mean, how much shit can one person go through? Take a leap of faith, new beginnings, new opportunities. The universe is trying to clear a clean slate for you. So anytime the Fool card comes up, it's a new path, new adventures, new beginnings, and taking a leap of faith, right? You are very psychic and intuitive. In fact, you can do what I can do. Pull up a couple of cards, read for a couple of people, read for yourself, practice, and then put it in motion. High Priestess tells me that you're able to see without seeing. Yeah? And then you got the Moon card. This is a psychic and a medium. So anytime I get these cards up, and all the years that I've been doing tarot, Tracker, you're on my list. In all my years of doing tarot, this is the psychic medium. So you have the ability to do what I do, sweetheart. Connect to the other side. We all have the ability. We're all psychic. We're all souls having a human experience. And the one thing that we've all been gifted was the power of intuition. So when you go into a space, you don't like it. When you meet somebody, you don't like it. It's a feeling. It's a sense. We all have it. So you have these abilities. Pay attention to your dreams and your visions. Not everything is as it seems, right? You're also an empath. So when your Queen of Cups comes out, the Queen of Cups is nurturing, loving, healing, a support system for everybody else. But when you need somebody, where are they? So the universe is telling you to take a step back, right? There's an older masculine around you. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. Now, this King of Wands is very nice to look at. Probably even good in bed, depending on your situation. But I just feel like this person is going to come into your matrix, could spark up some sort of creative energy around you, could be to do with love energy. But it just feels like this person's going to come in for a reason. Learn your lesson. If this person is coming in to see if you've learned your lesson from the last time, then learn well. I see collaboration and partnership around you. You've got the Three of Coins. The Three of Coins represents teamwork, collaboration, brushing up on your skills, brushing up on your craftsmanship. It's expansion in your energy and collaborating with 2 or 3 people. Look at that, the 2 of Coins and the 3 of Coins. Juggling, multitasking, weighing up options, going back and forth. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I or shouldn't I? This is always about a choice of 2 things. So when you got the 2 of Coins, it's either you're going to have an opportunity of 2 jobs, or you're going to be juggling education and a job. One or the other, but you need to find balance in it. I've got another man around you, 2 older masculines. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. You are born to lead, sweetheart. So lead. Yes, you are born to be a leader. And another man. 2 older masculines and a younger one. Money, pay rise, promotion, investment. Slow and steady wins the race. There's going to be a promotion or a pay rise in your energy. If this isn't here yet, it's coming in at some point. The 9 of Coins indicates self-sufficiency, financial gain, prosperity, being okay on your own. And then I've also got the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands again, crossroads, trying to make a choice or a decision. You need to let go of all the things that you're holding on to from the past. It's energetic weight. Do you understand that? It's like an energetic weight that you're holding on to energetically, mentally, spiritually, and you need to learn to love and let it go. Once you've learned love and let it go, that means the universe is going to unfold for you, right? Things are going to, look at that, a choice or a decision. Should I stay? Should I go? What do I do? And then you've also got retreat, travel, relocation, or holiday, taking a break. When you take a break from reality and you start focusing on you and just you and your energy alone, you'll start to evolve. It says rest, vacation, and time out. It's the universe telling you to take a break, because at some point you're going to be of service. You're going to be needed. You're going to be needed, sweetheart. And being of service, like I said, you could do what I do, right? Reading, psychic, mediumistic. It says, look at this card. It says, spend time alone in nature. Be quiet with yourself. Move, sway, and flow in a way your body wants to move. Let your inner message speak through you. Intuitive, going on holiday, psychic, mediumistic. Can't make this shit up, can you? All right. So I think I'm seeing all the star signs around you, to be honest. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So I hope that helps you in some way. Sending you love and light, Nikki. Love and light to you. If anybody's interested in getting a reading like I just gave Nikki, it is the gaming keyboard on the bottom of the screen. And I think I've only got one more space left, I think. Did somebody else gift me? Moderators, who was the last one to gift me, please? Before I get to Cassandra, I'm going to read 2 people. My moderators, who was the last one to gift me? I can't, I'm too hot. Moderators? Moderators? Are you there? All right. No, I'm not. I don't like it. All right, let me see if I can check. Give me 1 second. Danielle. All right, before I get to Cassandra, I'm going to read 2 people. You do not need to follow me. You do not need to tap the screen. You do not need to like, share, or subscribe to get a reading. I ain't one of those readers that's like, oh, you're not following me, so I'm not going to read for you. Don't do that, sorry. If you don't follow me, it's okay. I was drawn to Shirley. Shirley doesn't follow me. Here we go. Shirley. Cheryl. Will Stanley and I reconcile? Angels, guides, loved ones, will Stanley and you reconcile? I do see a reconciliation, but I don't like it. I feel like somebody's being deceitful, somebody's lying, there's a betrayal. I feel like somebody gives more than the other. Do I feel the energy is great around Stanley? I don't like it. This is the worst card in the deck, and I've got 9 of Swords. It's like if you do reconcile with this person, there'll always be something to be anxious about. You'll never be able to sleep properly. It will always feel like you're giving more and you're receiving nothing. I don't like it for you, but I can't tell you what to do because God has blessed you with free will. I do see a reconciliation, but I don't like it for you, sweetheart. I don't like it. Marcy, what do I need to know? Cassandra, you're going to be after Marcy, okay, sweetheart? I've got 1 more space left. If anyone is interested in getting a 17-card reading, it is the gaming keyboard above the screen or in the gift box below. You do not need to follow me. You do not need to tap the screen. You do not need to like, share, or subscribe. You do not need to gift me to get a reading. Copy and paste your question. If I'm drawn to you, I will read for you. You've been through a lot, okay? I feel like you've been through a lot. You've pulled through a lot. And I feel like there's a part of you that loves to linger in your brain. Because the 9 of Swords always represents nightmares, anxiety, grief, expecting the worst case scenario, the need to be more optimistic than pessimistic. I also feel like you need to stay away from people that don't serve you right. I feel like stay away from conflict, tug of war energy. What you need to know is be around people that love and support you. There is some sort of celebration around you after up and down energy, but I am seeing that you need to make sure that you pick your people wisely. Cassandra. Angels, guides, loved ones, this is for Cassandra. What does Cassandra need to know, please and thank you? I've got 1 more space left. If anyone's interested in getting an in-depth 17-card reading, it is 4 oracle cards and 13 tarot cards. I do highly recommend that you record your reading so you can go back to it later on, or you can wait for me to download it on my YouTube channel, which will take about 4 or 5 days because my lives usually go for about 4 or 5 hours and it takes forever to download. So record it if you can, or you can wait for me to download it on my YouTube. And the link to my YouTube is on the main page of my TikTok. Please also remember, guys, that this is my only TikTok. I do not have any backup accounts. How do you know it's my legitimate account? Because I have over 100,000 followers and I only follow 28 people, no more, no less. If somebody's reaching out to you with my face, TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram, that isn't me, that's a scammer. You've been warned. I give refunds. I don't scam people. What goes around comes around. I do not scam people. And like I said, you don't need to gift me. Copy and paste your question. If I'm drawn to you, I will read for you. Where are you on the list? So I've got Cassandra, I've got Jess, Nadama, Maya, am I saying your name right? May, Tracker, Danielle, and then I've got one more space. Cassandra, are you here, my love? I'll do a general reading for you until I can see your question. General, all right, honey, I got you. Cassandra. The first thing that I'm feeling as I'm connecting to you is I feel grey energy attached to you, feeling rejected to some degree, but I also feel like you're really psychic. You're coming out as the Queen of Clubs, and the Queen of Clubs energy, because I do numerology as well, and when I connect to the Queen of Clubs energy, the Queen of Clubs is somebody who's very psychic, very intuitive, but somebody who overanalyzes and overthink things. I feel like there's something that you're going to be celebrating at some point. There's going to be something that you're going to be celebrating at some point. I feel like somebody's social media spying on you. Somebody wants to talk to you. Somebody wants to communicate with you. I feel like I'm seeing you social networking. I'm also seeing you needing to do some sort of healing. I feel like there is an unsent message that is coming your way. Something that's been put on draft that is going to be sent your way. I also feel like I'm seeing there's a blessing in disguise, but for some reason you might not be able to see it. There's a feeling of rejection here. There's something about self-care, self-love, meditation, and going with the flow. Your reading is about care required. This is what I feel when I'm connecting to you, okay, Cassandra? Care is required. Like, you need to guard yourself against deceptive people. Be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. Needing to do some healing and self-care, introspection and meditation. Here we go. Angels, guides and loved ones, what does Cassandra need to know, please? There's also something about artwork. I don't know if you like to draw, write, paint, but there's something about you needing to express yourself. You need to get out of the left brain and go into right brain energy. Right brain energy is artistic, creative, spiritual. Left brain, is that correct? Left brain is more analytical, maths, you know, all that shit. Get out of left brain, go into right brain energy. All right, here we go. I need to start painting again. All right, so the first thing that I'm feeling as I'm connecting to you, let's see if that makes sense. Okay. All right. You need to let go of something that doesn't emotionally fulfill you. The Death card represents a transition. The Death card represents transformation, a rebirth, big changes, time to move on, let go with the flow. The Death card is a major arcana card. It's fate and destiny. So what are you thinking or holding on to that you need to seriously let go of? Because the only way you're going to create a new path, a new beginning, and a new opportunity for you is to let go of something that happened in the past. It's not like you can get into a time machine and change anything. You know, I always say, if you're going to focus on the past and you got a time machine, go forth and prosper. But no one's got a time machine to change anything from the past. So why do we have to focus on the past? Why can't we focus on the future? We don't even need to focus on the future. Why can't we focus on the present? The present is a gift. That's why they call it a present. The future is yet to come. I might not wake up tomorrow. I might die in my sleep. So why do I have to worry about tomorrow? That is what the message was that I received when I had my 4th open heart surgery. When I left my body and I went to heaven and I was told, life is too short. 1 minute you're 19, next minute you're 45. Live your best life. Don't just give up. Live your best life. That's what my mom told me before she died in November. I've got a younger masculine around you. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. Money, pay rise, promotion and investment coming your way. Slow and steady wins the race. Take your time is what I'm hearing. Surround yourself with people that love and support you. There is something about a celebration around you. This represents being around people that are like-minded people, people that match your energy frequency, and stay away from people that doesn't serve you. Ace of Swords represents new beginnings, mental clarity, new challenges, and new opportunities. The Ace of Swords is the hand of God giving you the sword. With this sword, I cut out negative thoughts, emotions, feelings, and people that no longer serve me. And that's what you need to do every day of your life. You need to have a checklist of people you don't need in your life and love and like their asses and send them on their merry way. The Two of Wands represents crossroads. It's like you're waiting for something before you make plans to travel, or before you're waiting for something before you make plans to go forth and prosper. The universe is giving you an opportunity and a choice, so choose wisely. This will come in at some point. You're supposed to have your own business. If you don't, then you need to think about that. This queen holding a coin is domestically skilled, a resourceful person. She is practical, a wise investor. She's domestically skilled and a jack of all trade. She's grounded. She's somebody that everybody relies upon, and you have the ability to stand on your own 2 feet without relying on anybody. You're coming out as the queen, and this queen is underneath the death card. So what are you holding on to that you need to let go of? Queen of Swords also indicates that you need to say what you need to say when you need to say it, and say what you mean and mean what you say, and cut out negative thoughts, words, situations, and people. This also, I have my own business. So there are 2 energies in this world. Love and fear. So which bandwidth are you underneath? Are you underneath fear or love? Because when you are underneath the energy of fear, that means everything, you should be afraid of everything. And I'm going to ask you this. Do you believe in God, higher source of power? You don't have to believe in God, because God believes in you anyway, whether you believe in God or not. But what I want to know is, if you believe in a higher source of power, so what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. When you're on an aeroplane and you're turbulent and you feel like your plane is crashing, then by all means be afraid. But you are on steady ground, man. Don't be afraid. If you believe in that higher source of power, then you have nothing to be afraid of. What are you scared of? There's nothing to be afraid of. You're going to look back when you're 100 years old and go, look at all those chances I took. I took the chance. It was a great experience. And I've got so much, there's so many things that I can tell the other side when I cross over. You've got such good karma attached to you. The Wheel of Fortune is good karma, a turning point, taking a gamble, travel and relocation, a new vehicle if you wanted one. I've got a masculine around you, so I don't know whether you're in a relationship or not, but I've got a divine counterpart attached to you. The King and Queen of Swords are lovers, people that have known each other in a past life, people that have a soul agreement to come in this life so they can complete something together. Now, you could, if you're in a relationship, you might have met your match. If you're in a relationship and it doesn't feel right, then there's somebody coming into, oh, so you are going to meet a divine counterpart. You could meet him around travel, work, but I feel like you've got an opportunity of 2 masculines, so one older, one younger. The Two of Cups indicates love energy. So you're supposed to be in a soulmate relationship, partnership, proposal, marriage, a higher form of commitment. That's the energy attached to the Two of Cups. So you have a loving connection coming your way, but you've got to let go of pain, sorrow, hurt. You've got to not live in that, because we human beings, we remember you're a soul having a human experience. And we tend to live in the past energy, and there's no point in that. I've learned that the hard way. And watch what you say, because words become things. You are co-creating your future. So if you're talking about sadness and you're in the lack mindset, then you're going to carry on creating lack. So the Page of Swords is about children, study and education, news, a message and offer, but it also represents watch what you say, because words become things. Travel and relocation, necessary change, speed. It's time to move on and it's time to move forward. What are you waiting for? The Four of Swords indicates that you need to rest, recover, recuperate, peace of mind and find some solitude. It's only the ego that's going to take you to a place of pain and sorrow. The ego is always going to put you in fight and flight mode. Like you got your dukes up and you're ready for the next big fight. And there ain't no fight anywhere near you, but you are manifesting it and co-creating it, and that's how you pull it in. So you've got to get out of your own way, sweetheart. Get out of your own way and start looking at your situation from another point of view. Children, babies, good news, a message and offer romantic gestures with the Page of Cups. Study, education, going back to school. I am seeing that in your energy. So, never judge another is one of your guided messages. You've got the balance card. It says balance, you know, balance equilibrium, balancing spirituality with physical, the practical world. It says alignment, moderation, and acceptance. You need to trust the process, trust that the universe has got your back. And your last guided message is strive for progress, not perfection. Every small step counts on the journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Star signs I'm seeing around you: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Sagittarius in your energy. So I hope that helps you in some way, my love. Jess, you're going to be next on my list. I've got one more space if anybody's interested in getting a reading. It is the gaming keyboard above the screen or in the gift box below. You do not need to follow me to get a reading. You do not need to gift me. You do not need to tap the screen, like, share, or subscribe to get a reading. Copy and paste your question. If I'm drawn to you, I will read for you. If you are a member or a subscriber, super fan, you can ask me as many questions as you like on my lives and during my lives only. And I go live every Sunday for my super fans, and we do some serious cool stuff on Sundays, don't we, guys? All right, here we go. Chris, you're a super fan, so you get a guided message. Angel guides, loved ones, what does Chris need to know? You need to let go of all the heavy burdens that you're holding on to. You're carrying heavy burdens of everybody else as well as your own, and it's exhausting, is it not? I also see Archangel Gabriel with you. So if you are looking for clarity, mental clarity, spiritual insight, it is coming your way in the form of dreams, signs, symbols, synchronicities. The Judgment card represents clarity, the final decision, the wake-up call, knowing what your life purpose. I need you to let go of what you're holding on to and open up your heart chakra so you can have more things come in and let go of the old. You need to find a place of peace within the mind, because the Four of Swords represents rest, recovery, recuperation, solitude. Your guided message, Chris, is don't let your past hold you back. Don't let your past hold you back. Mary. Oh, for crying out loud. I don't know how to become a super fan. I have no idea. I haven't been on TikTok for a while. Everything's changed. Okay, I couldn't find you, Mary. I'm so sorry. Julie, I feel I'm at a turning point in life. Good. Can you give me some guidance in love? Within. Hi, honey. You're on my list. I got you. My list is closed. Do not gift me anymore. If you gift me now, you're going to get a reading when I decide to come back later on. Moderators, please make sure you put up not to gift me anymore. Julie, I feel like I'm at a turning point in my life. Can you give me some guided... Okay. So you've got... I don't know whether you're in a relationship or not, Julie. Let's just say, for example, you're in a connection right now and it's not going that great. I do feel like there's another person coming your way. So I've got two masculines in your energy. You could meet them around work or around study, education. I feel like both of them are going to strive to get your attention. In the energy of love, you got to be patient. You got to be open and willing. I feel like you need to let go of some insecurities that you're holding on to, and it's indicated by the Five of Wands. It's like, don't go into a connection or a relationship when you've got insecurities from the past one. You got to let go of all insecurities, all sadness, because every person that you meet is somebody different. If you're already expecting to get hurt, you're going to get hurt because you've already set the stage for it. You are co-creating your reality with your thoughts, your words, and your emotions. And the emotions is the most important part of the manifestation when you manifest, because the emotion is the ones that pulls in the energy that you're asking for. So I see children, study, education, and good news. The message in and around love is to let go of your insecurities and to be patient. The right one will come along. You don't need to rush it. All right, sweetheart? Okay, Julie, don't rush it. The person that you're meant to be with, that you have a soul contract with, will come in divine timing. That's what it is. Divine timing. Jess, I've got Jess, Nadama, Mia, Tracker, Danielle, and Within. All right. Here we go. Angels, guides, loved ones. This is for Jess. What does Jess need to know, please? You're so welcome, honey. What does Jess need to know, please, in love and light? You do not need to tap the screen. You do not need to like, share, or subscribe. You do not need to follow me to get a reading. If you don't copy and paste your question, how am I going to see it? I won't see it. So copy and paste your question. And if I'm drawn to you, I will read for you. If you're a member or a super fan, I will always make sure I cater to you guys from the beginning to the end of my live. And if you are a super fan, you get a guided message with every question that you ask me. If you're not happy with your membership and you're not happy with your super fan subscription, don't be any of those things, and I'll still read for you anyway. General. All right, honey, let's see what's going on with you, Jess. I've got there's something about karma. You're in your karmic energy. There's a karmic energy attached to you right now. I also feel like I'm hearing patient from your Lola and from your mum. Patience, patience, patience. I feel like somebody loyal is coming your way. Somebody that you can trust, somebody that you can believe in, somebody that you can rely upon. But you are in your karmic energy. I feel karma attached to you. Like third party, haters, learn the lesson. This is the energy around you. I'm also seeing travel or hosting. You might be traveling at some point, or you're going to be entertaining somebody from overseas. There's something about social, there's something about social fun coming your way at some point. And I feel like when I'm connecting to you, I feel like there's a need to burn bridges. Does that make any sense to you? God always guides me. Thank you. After my open heart surgery, yeah, God guides me all the time. But thank you for that. I hope God guides you too. I feel some type of clarity came to me, like a fog veil lifted, and I feel different. Right, okay, good. This is where you're in your karmic energy, my love. So I feel like burning bridges, saying goodbye to people who doesn't serve you, connecting to your loved ones on the other side through meditation. It's like the universe is going to be your compass. There's something about, if you're going into something, go into it fully. They keep showing me number 7 around you, Jess. So you're going to see 7 everywhere you go. If you haven't seen it yet, you're gonna. 7 in numerology is a very spiritual number. And I also feel like I'm seeing children or the birthing of a child, because they keep showing me a stalk in my mind's eye, the stalk. So I'm seeing either pregnancy around you, the birthing of a child in the family, but it feels like that. It's like, look to the future. All right, sweethearts, look to the future. Be in the present and manifest what you want now for the future. And guys, loved ones, this is for Jess. What does Jess need to know, please? Okay. Wow, you have got so much stuff to look forward to. You've got a lot of stuff to look forward to. So Jess, the 3 of Cups is a celebration, being around people that love and support you. This always represents a circle of friends, something to celebrate, a party or a social event, which is what I was saying to you earlier. A party or a social event, or somebody that you could be entertaining that is from abroad at some point, is what I'm seeing as I'm connecting to you. But you definitely in some sort of karmic energy. If you don't believe this, then you don't need to be here. Love and light to you, eternity. Forever. Love and light to you, sweetheart. You don't need to be here. If you don't believe in something, then don't be here. It's okay. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt me. It's okay. So when I'm connecting to you, my love, when I'm connecting to you, you have got to 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months, or the 7 of a month, things will shift and change in your favor. The 2 of Cups indicates love as well with you, Jess. So the love card is on the table. It's a soulmate card. It's a marriage card. It's a higher form of commitment card. It's a union card. This is what this card represents. And you could meet somebody around a party or a social event. I need you to let go of all your sadness, because no matter what it is that you're doing, there's always a sadness attached to you. And I always feel that because your Lola and your mum always tells me that from across the veil. It's like you always feel some sort of sadness. You feel disconnected. You feel abandoned, unloved. You feel lonely, even if you're in a room filled with people. And it's like, that's not the case. So even when you're feeling lonely, I need you to understand that when I had my near-death experience, when I had my open heart surgery, I understood that loved ones, angels and guides are always with us. We just have to have a dialogue with it. And it doesn't matter what religious denomination you follow, whether you like it or not, you still have guides and loved ones. Sorry. The Lover's card talks about a choice and an opportunity around love, an opportunity of two things. The Lover's card represents a soulmate. It represents a divine counterpart. It represents a love connection between two. So you have an opportunity and a choice coming your way, but you've got to get rid of this sadness. You've got to walk away from something that doesn't emotionally fulfill you. Can you see this person's back is turned? So what do you need to turn your back on that doesn't emotionally make you feel fulfilled in this lifetime? What sadness do you keep focusing on? The universe is telling you to walk away from something. Oh, look at that. I don't know. Walk away from heartache or heartbreak. Walk away from past trauma. Walk away from feeling sadness or lonely. Look at that. Three of Swords is a heartache and a heartbreak. You need to walk away from these thoughts, feelings, emotions. You need to get out of this undecided energy and make a decision and make it fast. You know, compromise. Make a decision. Things that shift and change for you between 2 and 7 is what I'm seeing as I'm connecting to you now. 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, the second of a month, 7 days, 7 weeks, 7th of a month. It really depends. Oh, for God's sake, your live is not eligible to recommend. Okay. So you have to make sure. Hold on. You have to make sure, Jess, that you're in clear of mind, okay? You need to get your mojo back. The Queen of Wands is about finding your... being self-sufficient. It represents finding your passion. It represents being self-confident in who you are. It represents what you say to yourself is what people will see. Like if I tell myself I'm not worthy, I'm not good looking, I'm fat and I'm ugly and I'm this and that, energetically people will, Irene, no, I'm done. Do not gift me, please, anymore, guys. My list is closed. Irene, I got you. The Three of Wands talks about expansion, collaboration, a partnership, teaming up. This represents that you're going to be collaborating with 2 or 3. It's all right, honey. I'm good. I got you. I got you, Irene. The Three of Wands represents expansion, travel, relocation. It represents collaborating with 2 or 3 people at some point. Ace of Swords represents new beginnings, mental clarity, new challenges. Ace of Swords, though, when God gives you a sword, you need to cut out things that doesn't serve you. It means you need to cut out negative thoughts, negative self-defeating beliefs about yourself. It represents a clean slate and a new beginning. I've got a younger masculine around you, so if he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. Could be a lover or a friend. You could meet him around work or around study. Here's another man. So you're going to have a choice. With the Lover's card, it's a choice between 2. An older and a younger masculine. I am seeing, look, the Ace of Cups. You're supposed to have love in your energy. Love, babies, proposal, marriage, a higher form of commitment. Anchoring your reading, Jess, you got a soulmate coming in. There's a need for you to be childlike. Have some fun. Let your hair down. Not take life so seriously. I can say this because I died and I came back. I can say this easily. I could have had a near-death experience when I had my surgery here. That's when I had my second open heart surgery. I could have had my near-death experience when I had my first surgery when I was 3 weeks old. You know, I could have had my near-death experience when they cut me open at 8 years old. But I had my near-death experience when I was 8, when I was 31 years old, when they sliced this open up again for the 4th time. Put tubes in my stomach. I can talk about near-death experiences because I died and I came back, and I have the scars to prove it.